Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time. And I'm standing in a place I don't normally stand for my videos, or at least it's been a while, and that is my laundry room. So just as a side note, this right behind me is my off-grid laundry setup, and my electric laundry setup is on the opposite wall. So I have videos on this. I'll go ahead and link to one down below if you're curious how my setup, at least right here, works. So let's get to this topic about Costco. So I'm talking specifically about shopping online here, not physical stores, because that's going to be different. But with the way things are going, especially right now, just so you know where we're at, we do not have a Costco near us. The closest one is 75 miles away. And it's very rare that we get into town, maybe a couple of times a year. So if we hit the Costco, the physical store, it's only because we had to be in there for other reasons anyway. So most of my Costco ordering happens online and has been that way for quite a number of years. In fact, I went for about 5 years where I let my account, I didn't renew my card at all, because back then you could still order quite a bit from Costco online without having your membership. But then they changed things. So even if you do not have a Costco membership, you can actually order through Costco online, but you do pay a real small percentage on top of what your purchases are. And so that is obviously to cover the cost of the card that you're not paying for. So this is going to be one of those things that you got to figure out if it's worth it, do the math. So through the years since I've been shopping at Costco online, there's been a lot of things that have changed, because I put out a video on why I do not shop at Thrive Market that I'll link to down below, and I was talking about some of my favorite places to shop online. Somebody was asking me under that video, when you shop through Costco to have it delivered, how does all that work? Right after that, I went into Costco and was thinking, that reminded me there were some things I wanted to look up, and when I was in there, I found out they have a new section added, which got me very, very excited. So let me start off with the basics. When Costco online first got started, there was only certain things that were available online. None of it, I don't even know if they had any food products initially. It was all mostly things like electronics, furniture, and so on. And then they little at a time started adding non-perishable food items such as coffee beans, dog food, and so on. And the way all of that stuff worked is any shipping fees that you would be paid would be rolled into the price. So you wouldn't be paying anything on top of shipping wise of that particular order. Now they still have all that stuff, and so all of that falls under what I call the regular items, are, like I said, going to be your electronics, your jewelry, furniture, your appliances, our washer and dryer and our refrigerator we all got from Costco. And then some bigger food items, bulk items, like the big bags of dog food. They're freeze-dried goods where you order like 6 number 10 cans, or large buckets of emergency food supplies, just all kinds of stuff in that section. And again, any shipping that you would go onto that is already rolled into the price, which means though on certain items, if you can get it in the physical store, you're going to pay a lot less. For example, the dog food, you're going to pay anywhere from $15 to $20, maybe even more, less in the physical store than ordering it. I always try to figure in all the costs, like cost of driving in there to pick up this stuff, and so on and so forth. So there's certain things that I will only pick up from the physical store and save that for those times that we happen to get in there, or we have a family member that's going in and says, hey, do you need anything? I'm at Costco, and I'll say, yeah, okay, pick me up a bag of that grain-free dog food or whatever it is. That's something I can't get online for as good a price, or I just can't get on their store at all. But they're constantly adding to these items on their online site, which has been great. So then they started like this grocery section, and that was then the 2-day items, which you could get. It was all shelf-stable foods and other things like cleaning supplies and so on. And how that one works is that you can order any amount, but you pay a $3 delivery fee on each item. But the items are lower priced than what I call their regular items. However, if you order at least $75 worth of stuff, then they waive the delivery fee and you don't pay any of that. So in some cases, some of those items are the same price as you would find in the store. Some of those items are maybe $2 or $3 more, such as the organic Kirkland brand coconut oil. That one is $3 more to buy online, but if you live 75 miles away or more and it's not worth it for the time and the fuel and the wear and tear on your rig to drive in there, it could be worth it to pay that $3 more. Again, you have to weigh all these different facts out before you make that decision. So I'm always pick and choose what I'm going to buy online and the things I'm going to save and stock up on those rare times that we happen to get into town. So anyway, that's their 2-day items. Again, when it comes to the food items, it's all non-perishable stuff. But in the regular items, let me come back to that for a minute, they do have some food items, like I said, and I forgot to mention, they'll do like bulk meat, and that's always going to be the frozen meats, but they're big packages. So they do have that option, but it's not the same as the meat you'll actually buy in the store. Then they added the same day shipping. Now, unfortunately for us, the same day shipping items we can't get here because you actually have to live in the same town or within so many miles of a Costco in order for you to do the same day grocery items. But those items, the cool thing about that is if you live close enough, but you don't like going into the physical store, or you're just trying to play it safe and stay out of the physical store, well, doing the same day shipping might be best for you anyway if you live close enough, because you can, as long as you order at least $35 worth of items, which is super easy to do, you can get any of the perishable items that they carry in the store for the same price that you can get it in the store. So that's your milk, your produce, and just anything that the store carries. Then this is what excited me, because I was bummed that I can't get the same day here, but the good thing was what I just discovered was new is that now they have a cold and frozen section that I can actually get. Because even though it's not shelf stable, it's stuff that's kept cold enough or can sit for a longer time outside of refrigeration that I can actually have that delivered here. And so I just placed my first order. Now what these things are is going to be a lot of your frozen meats of any kind, but I don't think all of it is frozen, and all of your cheeses pretty much, not all the same cheeses they actually offer in the physical store, but enough. You've got mild cheddar, sharp cheddar, you've got provolone, Havarti, and a bunch of other types of cheeses, certain types of dips, drinks, and like I said, all kinds of meat, from chicken, fish, beef, and pork, I believe, is also in there. With that, the difference there is you pay a flat rate fee, delivery fee of $10. However, yet again, if you do at least a $100 order, you can have that shipped and delivered for free, no extra charge. So that was pretty cool. Oh, and butter. The butter, I was so excited to see the Kerrygold butter. That's one of my favorite butters. I couldn't get that online, but now I can. And that's part of the cold and frozen, because butter, as we know, can last a pretty long time, just like cheese, outside of refrigeration. And they also do set that up where they'll only ship on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, so you get it by Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, and it's not something that's going to be sitting somewhere in a shipping department over the weekend. So they do time that. So that was also good to find out. And what I'm thinking you're going to start seeing more of, just like I figured before, is you're going to see more of these kind of items becoming available as it gets harder and harder for people to actually get out, to get into the physical store for all the various reasons. If you're already a Costco member but you didn't know all this was available to you, well, go to their online site and start checking it out. It can be a much quicker and easier way, not just because we live so far away, but it's just a lot easier for me because I have so much to do around here all the time that just leaving the house to go even to our local grocery store is a big deal and takes a big chunk out of my day, let alone having to drive the 75 miles just to get to a Costco and then coming back home, let alone the shopping time, going through the line. You can save a lot of time by being able to skip that. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this video, whether it gave you some new ideas or made you realize that your membership that you already have, you might be able to make even more use of it that way. And by the way, we do have the executive membership because especially now the way things are going, we are able to spend enough money through that we get our membership paid for with the percentage that we get back. So in case you didn't know that either, even though the executive membership is twice as much per year, if you spend enough money there, you can get that money back. And so it's like having the membership for free and still getting these great prices. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.